Alright, so here's part 2 of this video. So as you can see here, these are some stripped minis. So you look at this guy. Let me get him up here in the light. And you can see this is basically, this guy, there is basically no paint on him. There's a little bit in the cracks and crevices. I missed that due to not having one of the tools that you require for this job. I know, I'm making the video and I don't even have one of the right tools. Anyway, forgive me. But as you can see, this is pretty well stripped. Most of it's gone. And I'm going to now tell you about, now that I've shown you that, I'm going to tell you the tools you need, the loadout you should have, what cleaner to use, and then I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. Alright, so basic loadout is you're going to need a bucket like this. A bucket like this, they don't have to be like this, just buckets, kind of. And, a container like this. So this bucket holds the solution, and your models are soaking in there. As you can see, there's dudes soaking in there. This is just supposed to be clean water. It's not clean right now. Basically for, dipping your brush and cleaning that, and the other tool that you're going to use that I'm going to explain here in a second, making sure they're clean and that you don't keep putting dirty paint back on other models. And this container is to put your models that you've cleaned in so they can air dry. You need to let them air dry, that's important. And where you should clean it at. That way, all this paint water stays in here and the paint splatter stays in here. So with that in mind, let's get into the tools and the stuff you need to do it. So tools, it's pretty simple. An old toothbrush, I'm sure we all have that. If not, you can pick that up for maybe 25 cents or something. Or next time you go to the dentist, I bet you they give you a free one. So you need that. And the other tool you need that I didn't have is a dental pick. And the reason you need that is when you're cleaning the model for places like those cracks and crevices and the little details and wedges, you can use that to pick the paint off. And I didn't have one, which is why mine still have a little paint in the cracks. But if you pick that up, again, that's cheap, like $1 maybe, and you can do that and have it completely clean. Now the other thing you're going to want to use, the most important part, and I recommend you don't shut off the video after I tell you this, because I'm going to give you some easy tricks on how to do this. The cleaner you need is LA's Totally Awesome. You can get it however you want. I got it in a 32 fluid ounce bottle. You can pick it up at the dollar store, and yes, I would recommend it over Simple Green. It's much better. So I got 3 32 ounce bottles at the dollar store. As you can see, I've used one bottle and a little bit over a half. Most of it's for this container. There's some in a few containers out there, and I'll show you in a second. But basically, that's what you want to use. It's super cheap. You can get 3 to 5 bottles depending on how many miniatures you're doing. If you want to do it in the future, just pick up a ton of them. I mean, let's just say you get 5 bottles. Let's say you buy everything from scratch, 5 bottles, a toothbrush, and a dental pick. You're probably walking out of that store paying under $7, and you've got everything you need to clean your miniatures. So, in this tub, alright, let's start with this tub. This tub, as I said, clean water. This tub's just a cleaning station. Now, for the solution, the mistake I made the first time is I diluted it with water to add more volume. You don't want to do that. That's basically going to make it less potent, and it won't do anything. And if it does do anything, it'll take far longer to work. What you want to do is just pour the LA's Totally Awesome in there. Only that. And don't be afraid to pour a lot of it in there. As I said, it's cheap, and you can use it for multiple batches of miniatures. I mean, I think this is my 4th or 5th batch of miniatures on this. So, and it still works perfectly, and I'll show you here in a second. So don't be afraid to do it. You can use it forever, and it's super cheap. Basically, you're wondering how much you want to pour in there. Well, you only need to pour in enough to submerge the miniatures. So you'll pour in maybe a little less if you're doing tactical marines, maybe a little more if you're doing terminators, because they're a bit bigger. I'd also recommend laying them on their sides. That way you don't have to pour in as much. And so that's that. So you've got your setup. You know what to use. Now I'm going to kind of show you how to do it. But before I show you how to do it, let me actually go over to out here and show you another way you can keep these guys. So check this out. These are just a couple Tupperware that, you know, used for lunch meat. You get them at the store when you empty your lunch meat. I've got guys in here too. So that's super cheap, and that's a super easy way to do it. So there's another way. So now that you've got your setup, you know what to do. Again, you'll need paper towels probably to clean off stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick look at how fast this goes, and basically how clean one of these guys will get right off the get-go. So let me find a suitable model. All right, here we go. So tactical marine missile launcher. So look at this guy. I mean, this miniature is awful. This is just, there's no detail. I mean, it's really, it's horrible. I mean, I'm a terrible painter, and I can call that horrible and not feel bad. So basically, all those other models that I showed you looked like that. So you can feel confident knowing that crappy models can get stripped easily. So let me get situated here. Let me sit down so I can prop this iPad up and show you, how to do this. Let me finagle it a bit here. All right, there we go. So, you see the miniature, and you see it in your hand, and you got the toothbrush, right? So look at this guy, he's ugly, and watch the magic happen. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to let you know that I would let the guys rest in the solution for 48 hours or more. I probably had 50 guys. I let them sit in there in 48 hours because you basically want the solution to have the paint basically ready to, where it's falling off, and all you have to do is touch it and it basically falls off. At any more than 50 guys, I'd say, so 48 hours base, any more than 50 guys, for each 10 guys you add, I'd add 6 hours. I've kind of experimented with that. So we brushed that guy for what, maybe 15 seconds. So let's dip him back in the solution here. And take a look at this. Yeah, that black stuff is just the water. But look at that. Remember how ugly that guy was? There's basically no paint on him left. Yeah, there's a little bit. I can go back over and brush it real quick, or use the dental pick. But did you see how quick that was? I mean, this guy is basically, all the paint is removed in 15 seconds. A couple quick brushes, a couple quick dental pick scrapes, and this guy is completely clean. Let him air dry. You can prime him and paint him yourself. So as I said, 48 hours. Any guys, 10 guys over 50, add 6. But that was super quick. I mean, that's so easy to do. Anybody can do that. And it's super cheap. This is just such a great way to refurbish miniatures. And, as I said, I've probably done these 20, 25 guys in 10, 15 minutes. It's so easy. So, I'm going to try and make tactic videos here soon. I came back from a hiatus in 40K, so I don't really have much of an army right now. But when I get an army going, I'll be making tactic videos. Again, any requests you guys have, I'm pretty skilled at this kind of stuff. I like to at least think I am. So if you have any requests or, questions, any of that kind of thing, I'd be happy to answer that. I just thought I'd share this little tips and trick video with you guys because I know it certainly helped me.